Alright guys, so this is gonna be my first YouTube video. We got my guy Lonnie here, special guest.
Come on, man.
I hate the guys for real.
My name is Lonnie. I run Lonnie's Vintage and Lonnie Talks, man. I run an online vintage reselling biz. You guys can find me on Instagram, Lonnie's Vintage. On TikTok, same thing, Lonnie Talks. You know.
Of course, y'all know me. My name is Josh. Josh Talks. That's what I go by. And basically, we're just gonna be breaking down the steps on how to become a high-value male and how to build your value as a male in the year of 2026.
Absolutely.
And so we got a little checklist. We're gonna run it down, talk through it a little bit. It should be a good like 10-15 minute video. So yeah, let's do it. First things first, of course, you have to have self-discipline, right? The most underrated skill as a man is the skill to be able to say you're gonna do something and you do it. The skill of taking action the moment you say you're gonna do something and doing it. Because if you don't do that, not only are you gonna lose value as a man, you're gonna lose your respect for yourself, right? So like that's what, it's not just self-discipline, it's self-respect as well. The moment you say, okay, I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna wake up early, and you don't do it, the more likely you're saying, okay, I don't trust myself to do this, I don't trust myself to accomplish this, I don't trust myself to accomplish a goal, right? So that's important that you do that, because like I said, you're building a foundation for your success.
Self-discipline can mean a lot of things, man. It could be being a man of your word, because as a man, that's all you got is your word, bro. I preach a lot about, you know what I'm saying, lustful and temptation. So self-discipline, man, putting that phone down when temptation hit you late at night, or knowing that you supposed to be cutting and you want to eat cookies, and you know what I'm saying, knowing that you don't got it for real, and Josh is calling me, telling me to come out, which I know he's not.
Yeah,
but
getting a section.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, when temptation comes, you know, you must be self-disciplined to fight that urge. You know, you must be self-disciplined to fight the urge to eat bad. You must be self-disciplined not to go to Chipotle when you're really supposed to be grocery shopping. You know what I'm saying? So self-discipline is one definitely a huge key as a man if you want to level up this year, fellas.
Self-discipline runs off of, you know, the disciplines of the Bible, the rules of the Bible, you know, what God has set in place for your life. That's what your discipline falls off of. So it's like your self-discipline is reliant based off of what God has you on this earth to do, right? So if you're not connected with God, your self-discipline is powered by yourself and it's powered by worldliness, right? So that's another thing that's important. The reason that you want to have value as a man is not just so that you can find a good woman, a good girl, and this, that, and the third. Mainly, one of the main reasons that I preach that you should have a high value is so that you can network, right? You have other things to offer. You can have good friends in your life because you're able to exchange good information, good techniques, good practices. So that's the main thing, is like, I think that everybody should become every male should be high value so that they can exchange different skills with different people and have different friends and different niches and everything. So that's the most important thing, I believe.
You know, Josh, let me piggyback off what you just said, man. The friends thing is really important, guys, because recently I just switched to a new gym. It's not a new gym, it's my old gym. So I went back and I met this guy, right? I want to get into like boxing and martial arts. Not to say I could beat somebody up, but just to learn how to defend myself. Every man should know how to defend himself without a gun.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm a 05. You got a 05. You got a 05.
Because I'm gonna put 5 in you. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, I met this guy, right? His name's Kyle. Kyle, if you watching, bro, you're really dope. He's 30 years old. He's a professional boxer or professional kickboxer. And we exchanged value. As men, we just exchanged. That was a great business relationship. We was both in the gym. He's a professional kickboxer. I said, hey, man, I do social media. I can help you out. He said, all right, bet, bro. I know you want to get into kickboxing. It's just exchanging value, because sometimes, fellas, your friends can hold you back, man. I used to hang around with guys that just had no value. I was just hanging around them, and we doing low value things. We not doing stuff like this. We not meeting up. We not talking about business. We not exchanging value like how me and Josh did. So, fellas, hang around men that have value, bro. I promise you, because 2 is better than 1, man. You will level up a lot faster, bro. I'm telling you.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that goes into point 2. Basically, just making sure you have a skill. And a skill that's, like I said, is interchangeable, right? So a skill that not a lot of people know how to do. A skill that's not going to, right, run you dry, pretty much, basically. So basically, you need to have a skill so that you can network, and a skill that is going to make you money. And these are skills that, like I said, you can teach people. You can network to people. You can exchange them with different individuals, and you can learn different things from them, right? You become a well-rounded person by learning one skill, branching out into finding networking events, and then you have attained skills from other people that you've met, right? So then you have 3 skills that you just learned just from learning one skill. And that's just basically how the compound effect works. All right, so into point 3 is just your character, bro. bro, you gotta stand for something. It's
Yeah,
like
we
if you
know
don't
you
stand
can.
for nothing as a man, bro, like you'll go for anything, bro. And that's so important. And that's another thing I say that is based off of the principles of the Bible, the principles of God's word. Right? God is your center point, and you're basically on this earth living out His legacy, living out the things that He wants you to do. You're living out, basically, you're living through Christ. If you don't have morals, you don't have character, you don't have any type of like will to just be like, nah, bro, some stuff just ain't right. Some stuff just ain't worth it. It's not worth sacrificing your spiritual connection with the Lord, bro.
As a man, bro, smart man with some common sense, break it down. You know what's right from wrong.
Absolutely.
All right. If I invite Josh to go smoke, I know he got a relationship. I know he got a girl. I know he got a girl he's gonna marry. You know what I'm saying? So if I be like, yo, Josh, come on, bro, let's put ourselves in this environment where we're gonna do this and do that and potentially probably end up sleeping with girls or cheat. And Josh says, nah, bro. That's Josh's character. That's him having respect for himself and having respect for him, or respect for his girl, and on top of that, respecting the man above, bro. Because as Christian men, we're not supposed to cheat. We're supposed to stay loyal to our wives.
Not supposed to sleep with everybody.
Yeah, bro. You're not supposed to sleep. You're supposed to watch your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we sin every day, man. We're not perfect, bro. But that's something I've been working on myself as a man, man. I saw this thing, and it was like God, man, woman, family, or like kids or something like that, whatever. And I think it's true. I really think it's true, because the reason is why is like, as a man, your goal, like, we already got a lot of our heads. You know what I'm saying? You want to get rich. You want to help your family. Do this, do that, right? You know what I'm saying? But God is number one.
God is number one.
You know what I'm saying, bro? You chase God. You meet God halfway. You give God your problems. He never will fail you. There's been times where I've been drop dead broken. I needed money real bad. It was crazy. God got my back. God got my back, bro. God, he had a customer message me, said, hey, man, I got $400 to spend. So the customer hasn't texted me in months. He said, hey, I got $400 to spend.
Yeah.
Boom.
Like he said, men are put on this earth to be leaders, to be protectors, to be educators. And that's, you play a big role on this earth as a man, bro. And that's why it's important that, like I said, you just kind of watch your back, watch your character, watch who you hang out with, and just overall watch what you do, because people are always watching. And like I said, there might be someone younger than you, maybe just like, you know, you might be in high school, a senior, you have freshmen, sophomores, juniors looking up to you, bro. In college, everybody's always going to be looking at you, and eyes are going to be on you no matter what.
Facts.
The next topic is going to be emotional control. Number 4, emotional control. You have to be poised. You have to be level-headed. You have to be kind of just like relaxed and easy going, because you can't be stressed about tomorrow's game or yesterday's, you know, failures, because every day is a new day and you have to live on no matter what. And you can only be so stressed if you're giving God everything, if you're giving God your life, your problems and everything. There's only so much you can really be stressed about, because he's taking all the stress from you. You see what I'm saying? So being emotionally controlled is very important as a man. You should not be going around being angry. God says be slow to anger. You should not be going around worried about the next day, or like I said, the day after. Just be very calm and poised, and try your best to just be level-headed. You got to bow your head and just be like, Lord, help me get through this moment. Help me push through all my obstacles.
Absolutely, man. And to piggyback off what Josh was saying, bro, fellas, do not focus on tomorrow. Don't focus on next week. Don't focus on next month. I've been preaching a lot lately on my pages about the daily inputs, and focus on the 24 hours you got. So actually, my girl, she bought me this devotional note-taking Bible, and even in the Bible, even in it, it literally says like, I forgot what it says, man, but it was like focus. It was like God got you, like the 24 hours, like God got you, bro. So there should be no reason to stress, man. And that's something that I used to struggle with as a Christian man. I used to stress about this, stress about my finances, stress about, and then if it could be fixed with gym money and God, like I really feel like it's not a real problem. A problem is, you know, my homeboy get into a car accident, God forbid, or my problem is somebody in my family catching cancer. That's a real problem, bro.
Yeah.
But if all you can do is simply bow your head, talk to God, then you shouldn't be stressing no more. And that's something that I've been working on as well. Like, if something goes on in my business, bro, business law, I'm like, you know what, man? It's crazy to say. I've been finding the grateful things. It's crazy to say I even have a business. You know, I got the opportunity to make money. I got the opportunity to pull my phone out and potentially make 200 to 300 or potentially even more money by the grace of God.
Your health and your appearance, that is another thing that brings you value. Number 5, your health and your appearance is another thing that brings you value. Going back to the networking situation, no one's gonna network with you. You can have all the skills in the world, but if you kind of just look like look, you just don't look the best. You kind of out of shape. You know, you don't really have your head screwed on straight. You stink. You don't shower. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's only certain things like I would learn from another person, and if they're not to the point where it's just like they can't take care of themselves, they can't clean themselves, they don't take care of their appearance. It's like I don't know if I want to be surrounded by you. You know what I'm saying? And like haircuts, that's another thing. It's just like that's not really that important. Of course, it's mainly your hygiene, your health in the gym, and your health overall, right? You need to be healthy. Like I said, we aren't put on this earth as men to be leaders, protectors, and educators. How are you going to lead, protect, and educate if you're in the hospital? How are you going to lead, protect, and educate if you're always sick because you have a weak immune system because you're not eating and taking care of your body the way you're supposed to? That's a big thing, bro. It's a big thing, and that's one of the biggest things is like, how are you going to sustain your life on this earth if you can't take care of yourself? You can't take care of your body. How are you going to take care of your family if you can't take care of yourself? I think this might be our last one right here. Number 6 is have some purpose. Have some ambition. Have some drive to you, bro.
Facts.
Nobody don't want to be around nobody that's just, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do in my life. I don't know what's going to bring. I don't know what it's going to be. Should I go to work today? Should I go to the gym? Should I even eat for real? Should I eat McDonald's? Should I, bro, I don't know what to do. Have some purpose, have some drive, have some ambition, have some motivation, bro.
Facts.
Bro, like, hold your head up and go get to work, fam. Because like I said, bro, ambition is like, bro, that's one of the few things that you'll feel like every so often, right? You're not going to feel ambition every single day. But when you get that burst of ambition, it's important that you act, and it's important that you take action and take ownership of your life when you feel that ambition, right? You need to have a purpose as a man. Your purpose cannot be working at McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Your purpose could be, okay, I'm working at McDonald's in order to reach different people. You know what I'm saying? Reach different people and serve for God, you know? And with that, you cannot lose. When you're honoring God with your purpose and your purpose aligns with God, you cannot lose no matter what situation you are in. Like I said, your purpose cannot be slinging drugs on the corner, bro, because that does not align with God's purpose. Your purpose cannot just be stacking bread, road running, paper chasing. Like, that's not aligned with God's values, bro. Right? We are put on this earth, like I said, as men, to procreate, to have kids, to have children. Right? And you can, like, what type of man are you going to be having kids and you slinging every corner and, you know, you're not working for, you know what I'm saying? Your purpose needs to be aligned with God's values and needs to be aligned with his word, bro. That's all I have to say. If you can do that, if you can have a purpose, you can have ambition, you can have a goal, and it aligns with God's values, you're set, bro. You're good. You're going to be good. Man, but yeah, bro, so we will be posting a lot more. At least I will be posting a lot more. And if you want to follow my guy here,
yes, sir.
We just did a YouTube video on his page as well.
Lonnie Talks,
I'm gonna tag his YouTube channel in the description. If y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, y'all want to subscribe, like the video, please do that. If y'all want to comment, please, we can have a conversation in the comments, bro. But yeah, this is a video about how you can increase your value as a man in 2026. Appreciate y'all for watching. We out. Yeah.